We made it, y'all. Happy Friday. I'm going to call today Formatting Friday because that's the last thing we'll be doing to revise those vignettes of yours. And I'm sorry my screen is taking so long to load. I'm having a Zoom conversation at the same time, so it's taking up a lot of my CPU. But I'm going to go over some different examples of text features which are used to bring emphasis to your writing. When you're bringing emphasis to something, you're trying to bring attention to it because it's important. Um, so here are some examples of many different kinds of text features, and these are certainly not the only ones. But starting from the top left, we have bold writing, we have italicized writing, we have underlined writing. And you are able to do all of those through your Google Docs. There's a little icon in the menu with a bolded B, an I, and a U underline that will let you do that. There's strike through writing. There's spaced out writing. You can, of course, do all caps. There's bullet points, numbered lists. All of these are also in that menu on your Google Docs. The strike through writing is not on the menu, but if you go to the top menu and click format, then go down to text, there's an option that will let you do strike through. Um, Finally, we have left, center, and right alignment also in that icon bar. And then another cool thing that some people like to do, especially if you're trying to be secretive or mysterious, it's also a great way to show versus tell, is to use SECRET, secret, MESSAGES, messages. Secret messages in your text. That's a really neat feature. Some ones that I did not include on here, but I just thought of color, obviously. If most of your text is black and white, then you can use a specific color like red or green to draw attention to something or to foreshadow something. Think of the movie It. Whenever you see the color red, that means that something bad's about to happen. Pennywise the clown is probably about to show up, and somebody's probably going to be covered in blood. If you've ever read The Crossover by Kwame Alexander, that book is also full of text features that bring emphasis to a certain character, idea, or conflict. So today, I'd like you to look at all four of your revised vignettes: home, my name, growing up, and four skinny trees. And I would like you to include at least one unique text feature in each vignette. At least one. Be careful not to go too over the top with this. It is possible to have too many text features, which can confuse or stress out your reader. Remember that the point of text features is to bring emphasis to something important. It's a lot like highlighting or annotating notes. If you highlight everything, then none of it's important. Whereas if you highlight one or two things, the reader can clearly tell that those are important. It's a good idea to bring emphasis on certain words that might be important later on in the story, or certain words that get repeated, or maybe parts of dialogue where someone's tone changes. Like, I told you not to let the dog on the couch. That word told has a different tone than the rest of the words in that sentence. So I might use bold or all caps or italicized or underlined to show emphasis that I told you not to do it, right? um let's see here. You can use alignment. That's the stuff right here to show a dialogue or even a text message conversation going back and forth. You can use strike through to include what a character was going to say or thinking about saying it, but they didn't actually say it. With all caps, that obviously implies that someone is yelling, there's a loud noise, or there's some sort of urgency or danger. Bulleted or numbered lists are great for listing out reasons or causes or examples of things. So maybe you could list out all the names your parents were going to name you, or the names that you wish you would have been called, Or you can list all the different addresses you've lived at. If you're like Esperanza, she and her family have moved around a lot of places. So those are some ways you could apply some of those text features. Once you have made your revisions to your vignettes and you feel that they're good enough that they could be published and read by an audience of your peers, then you are done. You don't need to send me an email or anything like that. I will start grading them over the weekend. And if you need any help, just let me know. I'm available through Zoom from 11 to 12 and 1 to 2 each day. And a lot of you who've come on Zoom to get feedback have found that helpful. So the opportunity is there. Use it if you need it. And I will look forward to grading your work by the end of the day.